I remember when I was in college and there was a time for final degree exam. Before a week of an exam, I was used to start study, and agenda of that study would be like collect the previous year exam papers, buy some publications exam books where the previous year question papers plus probable questions for the upcoming exams are given with the expected answers. And I was used to study that much, and guess what, I was always able to secure 80% and above marks with just a 1 week of study. And this is the case with most of the guys who would have went to college. Here unconsciously we are using the principle of 80-20, which says that 80% of results we will get from 20% of our efforts, or 80% of effects comes from 20% of the causes. This principle also called as the Pareto principle, as it was coined by Pareto during his studies in finding out the connection between population and wealth. He carried out many surveys in many countries, and he observed the unique pattern, that is 80% of wealth accumulated by 20% of people in the world. And it was been proved and observed that many natural phenomena have been shown empirically to exhibit such a distribution. This distribution is not exact, but it is almost approx and correct. Some of the examples of this principle are: 80% of land is possessed by 20% of people in the world. 80% of sales happen because of 20% of the customers. 80% of alcohol is getting consumed by 20% of the drinkers. 80% of complaints was made by 20% of the customers. Now question is how we can use this principle to make our life easier. Then we need to start defining our problems in terms of 80-20 rule. For example, 80% of our time is getting wasted by 20% of our habit. Then we need to start identifying those 20% habit first and kill them. Then we will become more productive than before. Remember that knowing what needs to be improved is crucial step if we want to be better in it. I remember when the thought of learning stock market and investment came to my mind, and I started seeking the advice from the other people. Then I realized that most of the people are simply getting paralyzed by the thought like, we don't have the degree or background in economics, we don't understand the financial term, and last one was, we don't have the time to go through the 70-80 pages of company's quarter results document. But how I learned is, I just identified the 20% crux of stock market and started learning that. Some of my 20% includes like understanding the key financial ratios, not all, only couple of them are fine. Understanding the graphs, understanding the buying selling signals and indicators, understanding the investment instruments. I will bet you only understanding this 20% will put you in the better position in taking decisions and choosing the company to invest and trade. So essence is in everything you want to learn and do, identify that 20% which will give you 80% of results and get ahead of the people who are unaware of this fact.